Hello there. Just a brief video to show the support weapons which have now been finished for the Blitzkrieg Early War French Army. Not very many, but it's a start. Going from left to right, we have the Panard 178 armoured car, and that is a Warlord resin and metal kit. Next to that, the ubiquitous Char V, that's a Warlord plastic kit. Next item is the 75mm Howitzer, again Warlord, this time metal. Next to that is the 25mm anti-tank gun, which is also Warlord model. And then finally to the right we have the 47mm anti-tank gun. The crews on these are mostly Crusader miniatures. I have to say that the Warlord guns were a pain in the arse to build, I found. I had to actually contact Warlord for instructions on the 47mm anti-tank gun because there simply weren't any, and I haven't got a clue. And I've been building models for quite a while, but I couldn't get my head around this one. Anyway, they were very helpful. They provided the information I needed, and this is the finished object. So I'll take a bit of a closer look at them. This isn't going to be a very long video. I don't want to bore you. As I say, it's a metal figure, metal gun, metal kit. Actually went together quite well when I finally got the instructions and could see what was going where. It may be something to do with my technique because I haven't built metal models for quite some time. I tend to do the plastic ones. So that's the 47mm. The crew that you see there is effectively the Warlord crew, because I'm trying to design the army so that it works for both bolt action and chain of command. Chain of command, as you'll probably be aware, needs a number of crew for each weapon. Probably more towards the realistic numbers rather than the Warlord numbers, but the problem with that is that most models come with a fairly limited number of crew, so you've got to buy extra crew, which is not really a problem, but it just means you've got to go to the trouble of getting additional figures. Also, I'm not entirely convinced about the large numbers of crew around the weapons, but I haven't played a game yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. I just got visions of an artillery battery having all its crew arriving in several minibuses, but we'll see. Moving along then, excuse my fingers, next is the 25mm anti-tank gun. Actually, I'm doing an injustice. I don't think this is a Warlord one. I think this was from Crusader Miniatures, actually, because the crew, I think, came with it. I'm not sure about that, actually. It's a while since I bought it, but anyway, that's turned out to be a nice little model. The more I think about it, actually, the more I think it probably was a Crusader Miniatures one, and I've got the crew separately. But nevertheless, I'm pleased with how that's come out. It seems to be quite effective looking. The famous 75mm Howitzer, this was a pain to build, but I actually enjoyed doing it. It's a nice, heavy-looking weapon, and it's really got some presence, I think. So I'm pleased with that one. Not much more to say about that. Quite pleased with the camouflage. The first attempt at airbrushing with the Panzer putty stuff to use for masking. Anyway, that's them. And next is the Char B. As I said earlier, plastic kit, went together very well. Instructions were very clear. I'd not made a plastic kit in quite a while, and I was a bit minded about doing the weathering, but I'm pleased with how the weathering has shown up. I swapped the aerial because the plastic area was bound to break off, so I've swapped that and put a small brass rod in there. And I enjoyed building this model. I shall enjoy playing with it when the time comes. Again, I use panzer putty to try and get a relatively simple camouflage pattern. That's meant to be the tank of Pierre Billot, or Billot. I think it's pronounced Billot actually. But there's a degree of artistic license as well in there. I don't think that was his camouflage, but anyway, it is now. And then, last but not least, is the Panard. That is a nice little model. Went together a treat, and I didn't go too far with the weathering on this one. Kept it reasonably light, but I do like the way it's turned out. It's a nice little kit. I've still got some more upstairs to do. I've got a number of German vehicles which I need to do, because that's the next thing. I'm waiting for an order to arrive shortly from Crusader, North Star, when I shall start the German Blitzkrieg forces. These are all 1/56th scale, I think, which is 28mm. But what I decided I would do with some of the Germans is I've actually gone for 1/48th scale Tamiya kits, because they look fantastic, and I'm thinking that I don't think they'll be too far out of proportion, because I've noticed, I think it's First Corps, their BEF are in fact 1/48th scale, so they're a bit on the larger side. Anyway, I've rambled enough. I hope you find this of some interest, and obviously when I get some more progress done, I'll put another video. Hope your projects are all going well and you're coping with this lunacy of COVID, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers now.